What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Bull Rush Live. You see exactly what I was talking about right there. Is I said, let me just double check all the settings here, make sure everything is right. And what do we know? We had a little issue, but we are live. We're back and ready, and it's a beautiful Friday. I just wanted to welcome all 178,361 active traders. It is a beautiful day to be a bull rush trader, and I am excited about today. We have our first let me pull this up. Actually, I can't believe I don't even have it up. News squawk. We have the Fed's back. The government's not shut down anymore. So of course we have our non-farm payroll news coming out today. So we're going to go over that. It just got released, actually. I'm just pulling it up here. Boom. There we go. All right. So let's take a look at this right now. If you haven't already, before we look at this, if you haven't already, there's still time. Hop in our News Squawk trading competition. This is a free competition to join. If you go over here under active, you'll see it right here. It just started. It only lasts for 1 hour, but the top 10 people get prizes. And I'm telling you, this is thousands of dollars worth of prizes. I mean, I think it's like on average, like 200 or 300 pounds or dollars for a month subscription here. So 6 months to first place, second, third get 3 months, and then fourth all the way through 10th place get a 1 month subscription to News Squawk. We got 303 people in here, and we're going to give some live updates on this, some live dashboard updates. We're about 3 minutes into the news event, and there has not been any movement. So we will see. Let's see what people are doing. Let's go over here and look at News Squawk, one of the fastest news sources you can get for trading. I'm telling you, you won't find anything faster. I mean, I've used other companies and other sources in the past. I'm not going to name any names. And I mean, everybody knows non-farm comes out at 8:30, and it'd be like 8:31 and I would get the news here. Unfortunately, we started at 8:30, so I didn't get to show you the news coming out. But I'm telling you, this news comes out so darn quick. Another cool thing, which I'm gonna do here because I don't want to search through all the countries, is you can also filter it by country. So let's look for United States. Whoop, go for too far down. United States of America. Let's search. All right, here we got all of our news for today. So non-farm. Oh, you know what? It is December, so they're not doing non-farm this, unless I'm not. Yeah. December, I forgot there's always 1 month with no non-farm. I guess I just assumed that because they didn't do it for the last 2 months because of the whole government shutdown, they were going to do it. But I mean, we can look at, I mean, here's some other stats that you can just see how fast it came out. They came out 1500. It's now, it came out in time. Beyond that, let's give this a little refresh and see what's going on here. I have been mistaken. I'm sorry, did I? Maybe it's just not coming up here. Because there is non-farm. I just looked it up on another site. Yeah, man. Well, we're going to skip that for right now. We got a few comments here, so let's pull these up. Good morning, BullRush family. Hi, bro, Davin. It's a great privilege to be back, BullRush fam. Hi, bro, Davin. I want to express along with my family from Trinidad and Tobago. Thanks for your effort and high vibes in bringing these live streams. I also want to send many greetings to hi, bro, Trent. Trent appreciates me, and Trent both appreciate you, Master Terrace Ford Best. For anybody here who doesn't know Master Terrace Ford Best, he is the shining star of BullRush. If you go into our Discord, you'll see his daily analysis. He is an absolute killer with these daily analyses. Nobody does it better than him. So definitely join our Discord. Check that out. But it looks like I was able to pull up a little bit here as far as a forecast and actual numbers. It's just on a inferior website here. So we'll pull this up right now. So the actual 119,000 for November forecasted was 53,000. So looking really good. Jobs have gone up drastically. Obviously, the government shutdown had ended. So, we 119 forecast was 53,000. So yes, jobs have gone up quite a bit here, and it is looking good. So let me make sure this is correct first. I'm all confused now today. I don't know what's going on. Yes, so this is not. Okay. Sorry about that. It looks like December 16th will be actual November's. This was November 20th of the previous month. So there was some confusion here. That explains why Google everybody go blast Google Gemini AI. They told me wrong when they gave me the list of dates for non-farm payroll. They told me November 5th. I guess it's not November 5th for some reason. I don't know. I'm confused by it. We're going to move on, though, and look at what's going on in the non-farm payroll news trading competition. We got lots of action. I see 303 people in here. Nobody's been disqualified, so nobody hit drawdown or went to zero, I guess. See, is there a drawdown? Max loss, so 3%. So yes, you can lose. First place, only 0.70%. Guys, we have how much time's left? We have 50 minutes left. First place only has 0.70% returns. We're in the last 10 minutes. It's only been going on for about 9-10 minutes so far. So make sure you hop into this competition. 0.70 in first place. They have no closed trades. We can tell that because it doesn't tell us they're most traded. With BullRush, everybody knows we are the most transparent platform on the internet. So when you go in here, you can see all of the trades they've made. But of course, like I said, they have no closed trades. We're not going to show you their open trades because that you just copy and paste if we do that. Here, you see all of their closed trades. So like I said, they don't have any closed trades, so we can't see that. Of course, later on, once some of these guys start closing some of their trades, we'll go in here and look at the actual analytics here and what they were trading. So boom, somebody has a closed trade. Gold XAUUSD with 0.17% returns, half a point back from first place here. 102 Maragas. So like I said, fully transparent. We can go in here and see all of his closed trades. So it looks like in the last 10 minutes, he's opened and closed 3 trades. Of course, we can see the day that he traded, the time that he opened the position and what price he opened at, when he closed the position and what price he closed at. And then, of course, we see the symbol, the volume, and the net profit. So he made 128, 33, and then $5 on these 3 trades. Of course, this is only an hour-long competition. But for something like our weekly competition, which I'll go into here in a moment, you can actually see the day-to-day profits for the person. So here, obviously, this is a 1-hour competition. We see he made a total of $166 today. Of course, keep this in mind. We're going to keep this in our back pocket. We'll be popping back into this competition all day, or I guess, where it's an hour-long live stream for the next hour. We'll be popping back in and out of that. I do want to show you what I was talking about though, with the full transparency and how you can really see everything. Timo is a rising star here on BullRush. I've been seeing him pop up on the leaderboards a lot recently. So congratulations, Timo. Let's see if you win that $5,000 A-book prop account. Take a sip of my amazing coffee from my amazing, beautiful wife. Let's check out Akfar. So hopefully he has some trades over a few days so we can see his daily. So there, like I said, now we can see on Thursday he made 4,000. Friday he made 1,000. I'd like to see somebody with maybe a few more trades. So maybe let's go to one of the past competitions. Just because I think this is one of the coolest features we have, and not many other people have this. And one thing I like to tell people is this is really okay. This is okay. Only active ones are daily competition. So let's go back to the weekly one, or I guess practice arena is a good place to go. So this lasts all year long, as you can see, January 15th to December 31st. So we got people in here with thousands of percent in returns. So let's see if they have any ups and downs on their like I said, this is from all year. So oh, here you go. It just wasn't. I was going down through too quick. So here's a perfect example. So I can go on this guy and I see, okay, on February 6th, he made $41,000. 14th, he made 20,000. Then he lost 1,000 on the 18th. Made some on the 11th, or on the 19th, he made 11,000. 22nd, 2,000. Lost 2,000. Lost 2,000. Lost 5,000. Made 9,000. So overall, he's a profitable trader. We can see his daily statistics here. We can see his monthly statistics. So February, March, April, May, and obviously this was, I believe it started at, what was it? Did this start? Yeah, damn. So this started at $100,000, and this trader slowly traded his way all the way up to $574,000 with a total of 474% returns. Now, this is our practice arena, so this is just essentially your paper trading account, your demo trading account. This is just a place where you could test your skills, test your strategy, all of that good stuff. So yeah, that's that. But like I said, very, very transparent, very, very cool. What do you guys got going on this weekend? Just curious, just curious. You know what I mean? Fun fact. Yesterday was a super moon, and it was a cold super moon or something like that. I forgot the exact word for it, but essentially a super moon happens every couple. Obviously, it's just a full moon that's super bright, but this one was the brightest. It was 30% brighter than any other moon, and it only happens every about 18 and a half years, I believe. So I'll show you guys a picture of it real quick. All right, well, that just looks like a dot. I just realized that just looks like a dot. Let me I'll pull it up here for you guys. Give me a sec. I think this is really cool. It's a little nerdy. It's a little off topic, not not BullRush or trading or anything like that related, but I think it's super dope, and I think the moon is cool. A little off topic, but it's just crazy to think about that we have something that is part of Earth, millions, millions, and millions, and probably billions of pounds of weight up there, and we're just like, oh, it's the moon up there. So I got this picture here. I want to show you guys here. So I'm just proud. I just want to show off. Here you go. Here she is. Here she is. All right, we got it. All right, let me show you guys this. So take a load of this. That was taken with an iPhone. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, little side note. This is the supermoon. It was 30% brighter than any other than any moon for the next 18 years. So cool little pick there. But we move on. Sorry, that was my little off topic little fun fact of the day. The moon was 30% brighter than any other moon for the next 18 years last night. So look it up. It's a super moon, but super moons happen all the time. It's a special kind of super moon. Forgot exactly what it is called. Got another. I had an extraordinary crypto championship last week and I achieved first place. I will start working on it again this afternoon. Great job. What master tears Ford best? Before I get into the news, guys, we're going to be covering some really crazy crypto news. I'll give you all the market updates. We're also going to give you some market updates in Forex. We're going to give you all of those updates and what's going on, the biggest news in Forex. We're going to drop all that for you here in just a moment. Sorry, I got a little message here. Oh, there's nothing. Okay. We're going to drop all that here for you in a sec. But what Master Terrace Ford Best is talking about here is the crypto weekend competition. We have this every single weekend. It's one of my favorite competitions. It is completely free to join. You heard that right. Free to join. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be in there. And we're giving away a 5K A-Book prop account, guys. A-Book is the way to go. It's the only way to go. It means we're putting your trades into market. Once you get to level 4 of our prop firm, we put all of your trades into market, which means when you make money, we make money. I hope you get $1 million payout when you're A-Booked with BullRush, because that means we are successful, you're successful, and everybody wins. So make sure since we're here, I'm going to give you a quick shout. I'm going to run through this list and tell you which ones to join. Crypto Weekend, make sure you join that. That's the best crypto weekend competition. Weekends are boring. If you don't want to not trade and just hang out, hop in this trade. You could win a funded account, and you could be funded by, let's say you win it on Monday. With the consistency rules, I think you could get funded by Wednesday. So, I mean, you got nothing to lose, man. You got nothing to lose. We also got our weekly competition starting next week on the 7th, and then our profit sprint. Like I said, another one of my favorite competitions. This is the fastest person to get to 10%. I believe 10%, or is it 5%? Let me double check. 10%. It's the fastest person to get to 10% profit. This is a really, really cool competition as well. We do this weekly or bi-weekly, and it's very, very popular. So make sure you hop into that. Now for the trading news. Let's get into the trading news. Where are we at here? Let's do a quick commercial. We'll do a quick commercial break, and then I'll be right. Ooh, got a little too close there. Let's do a quick commercial break, and we will be right back. Also, I got this new soundboard here. Ready? Let me show you. Actually, let me do this. This is what we're gonna do. I got this new soundboard, and I'm gonna announce our new deal here. Move this. So right now, you heard about our Black Friday deal, but don't worry, we're not going to leave you without any deals. Right now, we have our exclusive prop discounts. So we have our prop discounts. We have something for everybody. We have something for brand new people. We have 30% off for brand new people. Let's give it a round of applause. Let's do it again. That was short. Thank you. We have 30% off for all new accounts. We have 20% off for 5, 10, and 25. And then we have 15% off for all 50, 100, and 200. All right. That was it. If that was annoying, I won't do that anymore. I got a new little sound bar, and I really wanted to use some of these. I can also do. Oh. I don't know if that even worked, but yeah, got a lot of new cool sound effects. 30% off for all new accounts. Use code WELCOME. 20% off using code SAVE20 for 10, 5, 10, and 15 sorry, not 15, 5, 10, and 25K accounts, and then code SAVE15 for 15% off all 50, 100, and 200K accounts. Now, without further ado, let's hop into a quick commercial, and then we're going to dive into all of the news. I'll see you in a moment.
Imagine trading crypto, Forex, commodities, and more with the best prop firm in the game. No denied payouts, no BS rules, just fast funding and hassle-free withdrawals. Trade with freedom, get paid on time, and finally focus on what matters, winning. Ready to get funded? BullRush is more than a platform. It's your stage to trade, compete, and get funded like never before. Get ready to unleash your potential. Get ready for BullRush. Visit bullrush.com today. Are you in?
Are you in? I'm in. Are you? Well, let's get into the news. First off, we're going to start off with some Forex news, and we're going to go to a country that I really would like to follow. I know my boy in customer support. If you ever reached out to our customer support, you've probably talked to my boy Victor Soto. He is the man with the plan in ops and customer support. He just recently went to Japan. Not recently, I say recently, but it was like at the beginning of the year. I think like in February or something, got engaged with his amazing fiance. So congratulations to him. If you email customer support, give him like a little smiley face or something for me and say Davin sent you. But we're going to head into Japan for some Japan news. So Japan made headlines today after the Bank of Japan Governor Kazu Ueda signaled the possibility of a December rate hike. This is one of the clearest hawkish shifts we've seen from the BOJ in years. Then the yen reacted immediately, with USD JPY dropping below 156 as traders priced in tighter policy. Japanese bond markets also moved sharply, with 2-year JGP yield hitting 1% for the first time in 17 years. The message is clear. Markets are preparing for Japan to finally move away from ultra-loose monetary policy. Excuse me. Gold hits a record $4,208 as safe haven demand surges. Precious metals continued their explosive rally as gold reached an all-time high of $4,208 per ounce. The move comes during heightened uncertainty around the Federal Reserve and a massive $1.2 trillion sell-off in the crypto market. Silver also spiked, nearly touching $59 before pulling back just over 2%. With investors seeking safety and speculation rising around future rate cuts, gold remains firmly supported at the top of its range. And lastly, coming back home, the US dollar index finally found support after a 9-session losing streak, edging up toward 99.06. Markets are now pricing in an 87% probability of a 25 basis point rate cut from the Federal Reserve. Weak labor data and new rumors surrounding the potential power replacement have added uncertainty to the outlook, keeping the dollar near multi-month lows. For now, the DXY appears to be stabilizing, but sentiment remains cautious. And that was our Forex quick breakdown. I told you guys today is going to be a little bit of a quicker show. But if you have any questions throughout, I will not hesitate to stop and answer any questions, comments, and or concerns about BullRush. I'd also love to take suggestions. BullRush, before we get into the crypto news, BullRush is a platform built by its users. Essentially, every single feature except for what we had at a base was built by you guys, was suggested, and we've taken into action. For any of our really long-time fans here, or long-time BullRush users here, you guys know we started off with just trading competitions. So back in, I think, June or July of 2024, we officially launched with just trading competitions. We had our big $10,000 trading competition. Then fast forward a few months later, people asked us, well, you know, we want a prop firm. We want a prop firm. All these prop firms are sketchy. And we said, we are not a prop firm. If anybody remembers on our social media and all of our bios, for the longest time, we had hashtag not a prop firm because so many people asked us about a prop firm. So we released our trading challenges. Our trading challenges, if you don't know, are under the trading section on our website. And I'll pull these up here in just right now. So under the trading section of our website. We released the challenges next because you guys asked us so much about prop firms and prop firm challenges. So we wanted to give you guys a way, and we were the first to ever do challenges like this, where it's not a prop or a funded account. You just win a multiplier of your money. First ever to do this. So the challenge is really cool. You guys asked, we delivered. You guys love these. You guys still love these. I mean, I see people, I tell people all the time, you know, if you don't have money to buy a $50, $100, $200, $500 prop account, I see people go in here all the time, get a $5 account, turn it into 15, buy a $10 one, turn it to 28, buy a $25 one, turn it into 90 or 100, and so on and so on, until they have enough to buy a prop account. You guys loved these. Fast forward a little bit more, you guys, you know, we saw the need for sports, and we saw there wasn't a place where you could, you know, place sports picks and just join a competition. You don't have to actually just, you know, bet $10 on, you know, Barcelona to win a soccer game or football game. So we created our sports picking competitions. You guys love these sports picking competitions. We still do them. And we got 4 free ones, I guess 3 free ones right now. One's just a practice arena that you can join with awesome prizes and much more to come. Then, you know, we kept hearing you guys, and I'm just giving a quick little history of BullRush here. Then we kept hearing you guys ask, hey BullRush, you're such an amazing platform, and you have your oh sorry, I missed this. Before we launched the challenges, we also launched BullRushAcademy.com, which is one of the first places, you know, besides there's some other big sites, but the first prop firm, the first company that has trading on their website that was giving out free education of this scale. We're essentially giving all of these paid courses that these creators are selling you, or you know, monthly subscriptions to their courses. We gave that all out for free. We gave the secret sauce out for free to everyone, right? They said, Davin, Trent, we need a prop firm. We need somebody. And you know, we looked and we thought, and we were like, you know, we don't just want to be a regular prop firm. You know, there's a million prop firms out there that you can choose from. We want to be unique. So what do? We said, what is something that nobody else really does? Well, nobody really puts people to market. Everybody always takes the other side of it. So what do? Created our own first prop firm. And it's the first verifiable A-book prop firm. Our liquidity provider is Forex. And once you get to level 4, we A-book all of your trades. And so we had to remove that hashtag we are not a prop firm from our social media bios. And we dropped our first 2-step challenges. They only have a 10% or 5%, depending on what level you are. Profit target, obviously level 4, you're funded. There's no profit target. On-demand payouts. And it's beautiful. It's been amazing. And I think this is a trend that's only going to grow. And I really hope that more and more firms in the future take on the A-booking model, because at the end of the day, if you do it right, you have your risk and your rules right with A-booking. Essentially, you know, you get a big payout. With some other, most firms are good, but with some of these other firms that you might see go under, sometimes they get like $100,000 payout. They don't have $100,000 to pay that out, and you know, next thing you know, goes under. If you're A-booked with us, right? So if you're in level 4 and you get $100,000 payout, we put your trade into the market. So there's actually $100,000 that was actually made. So there's no reason for us not to pay you out. And that's why we have that split. And we're going to give you that $100,000 payout, which would be like $75,000 with our split. So there's no reason. And it's a model that's built for growth and scalability. The bigger we grow, the more people that we have A-booked, the more liquidity we have to pay you guys out. So it is the model of the future. And I hope that more and more prop firms take that model on. Now, let's get into some crypto news. I'll have the chart up here for you guys after I go over it, but we're going to run through just the crypto market in general, and then just really quick, because I haven't done this in a few weeks and there's been a lot of movement in crypto. I'm going to do a quick little breakdown of the top 4: Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, and Solana. And then I'll let you know what to look out for. So let's get right into it right now. So the crypto markets are on the edge today as over $4 billion in options expire, increasing volatility across Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, and Solana. Traders are also watching the upcoming U.S. inflation report, which could send yields lower and spark a risk-on move if the data comes in soft. After a rough November, the market is consolidating and waiting for direction from macro signals like inflation and central bank commentary. Overall, crypto remains highly sensitive with a potential bounce if yields fall, but sharp swings are likely. Bitcoin is trading around $92,000, consolidating above its 100-hour SMA, which supports a bullish short to medium-term structure. Bitcoin recently bounced off 90,500 and tested 93,000, but momentarily has cooled. A breakout above 94,000 opens the door to a 96.5, while losing the 91.65 to 90,000. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just got tripped up by my words. Bitcoin recently bounced off a 90,500 and tested 93,000, but momentum has cooled. A breakout above 94,000 opens up towards 88,000. Opens the door to 96,000 to 96,500, while losing the 91,650 to 90,500 zone could send Bitcoin back toward 88,000 to the 87,000 mark. For now, Bitcoin sits in the constructive wait and see range until macro data provides a catalyst. And of course, if we look at the chart here, pull up the Bitcoin chart real quick. Of course, I'm not logged into my account. I'm not going to let you guys see what we got going on. But yes, right now it's at $90,567. Next, Ethereum is holding steady around 3,125 to 3,160, bouncing off a major weekly support zone and currently moving within the middle of its Bollinger Band. Classic consolidation behavior. With options expiring and macro uncertainty looming, ETH is primed for a sharp move in either direction. A favorable inflation reading could fuel an upside attempt, but until then, ETH is likely to chop sideways with mild volatility. And last but not least, my favorite, XRP trades around 207, roughly down 4% and showing weakness after falling below the max pain level. A signal options traders view as a bearish in the near term. Sentiment remains soft, with analysts noting limited buying interest despite brief recovery attempts with a fragile technical setup and heavy macro sensitivity. XRP risks interest retesting lower supports unless broader market conditions shift positively. And lastly, Sol is trading around 136 to 137, leading the downside along XRPs after a 4% drop, reflecting altcoins' vulnerability in today's risk-off environment. Options expiry flows could push Sol toward lower support levels, but analysts note potential upside if macro sentiment improves and liquidity returns to high beta assets. For now, Sol carries the bearish near-term bias, though a macro-driven rebound remains possible. So, inflation and interest rate expectations remain the biggest catalyst for crypto moves, with today's capable of shifting yields and sentiment quickly. The $4 billion option expiry adds volatility on top of already thin December liquidity, making price swings sharper. Altcoins like XRP and Sol remain especially sensitive, while BTC and ETH hold more stable technical structures heading into these macro events. And of course, we're going to pop in here and look at these charts really quick. So yeah, Bitcoin here, we see, one sec. Oh man, it's not showing me. Oh, here you go. Let's look at the depth chart here. Oh, I got to sign in. All right. Well, I'm not going to sign into my account because I don't want all my crypto to come up. So we're just going to analytics. Here you go. This is what I wanted to look at. So Bitcoin, see the price, 90,000. And this order book is what's really worrying me now. So if I had to say, I would short it today. We might see it go back down to the 80s over the weekend based on this order book and this charting. Let's look at ETH, what we just talked about. Same thing with ETH. Order book imbalance is essentially the exact same or exactly even, almost even here by a few thousand. The price all up to 3,103. We had a sharp spike a few days ago. Oh, let me get to the 15-minute charts. But nope, it's moving down today. So we may see a little downtrend over the weekend across all cryptos. And then, of course, XRP. See, and this is what always just blows my mind here. The order book imbalances, it's always so much bigger on the buys than the sells here. But of course, XRP price has been rapidly dropping here. If we look at the macro, zoom out here a little bit, we've seen lots and lots of volatility here on XRP. And then last but not least, let's look at Sol. Same thing here, sort of similar to XRP, kind of middle between XRP and Ethereum, but all prices are going down. I would expect a like how I don't like to say a down market, but I like to say we're going to see some crypto some coins on sale over the weekend. So be ready for a big crypto sale this weekend. And that's what I have for you. Like always, don't forget we have our big deal right here, our prop discount, 30% off all new accounts. That's 5K all the way up to 200K. If you've never had an account with us, this is the best way to test out the BullRush prop. So you're going to get 30% off all new accounts using code WELCOME. And then if you want 20% off, you're going to use code SAVE20. And that's available for 5, 10, and 25K accounts, whether you've had an account with us or never had an account with us. And then you can also use code SAVE15 and get 15% off 50, 100, and 200K accounts. I don't know what you're waiting for, but today, there's no better day than to get funded than today. Actually, I mean, I guess Monday would be the best day. But if you like to trade crypto, you can trade crypto on our prop firm as well. So realistically, there is no better day than today. Now, I just want to give you guys a round of applause to our amazing BullRush traders. And then I want to give a round of applause to the amazing BullRush team that has built such an amazing platform. And let's just give a round of applause to the markets for being so volatile and allowing us to have so much opportunity to trade and make some money. This has been the BullRush Live. My name is Davin Spurrier. I had a great time here. We are live every Friday at 8:30 a.m. As always, if you have any suggestions, comments, concerns, feel free to shoot me a DM at BullRush COMP on all platforms, at BullRush COMP on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. I've had a great time. I hope you have a great weekend. Join the weekend crypto competition, and I will see you next week.